Guys, I think we actually did a good. We've managed to move a player on that didn't want to be here to a Danish club on a free transfer, and it all worked perfectly. Who knew? Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Building a Nation with FC Midtjylland. If you're still enjoying the series, do hit the like button. That'd be bloody gorgeous. Anyway, this month we've had a decent number of games, a couple in the Cup, I think one in the Cup actually, and a load more in the League, as we sort of probably barrel towards the top, but I've had a chance to try out some more players. The scouts have finished scouting the ones that I've done, and now they're just working on those youth intake players now, so hopefully the 5,000 of those that we've still got to go shouldn't take us more than about 3 and a bit months. That's the plan anyway. Anyway, enjoy the highlights of the games that we've played this month, and I'll join you guys in a sec for a game against Silkeborg, which could in fact, I believe, win us the title. You never know. Johansson's in there, great save, and on the rebound it's in the back of the net, and Silkeborg have the lead, and it's Peter Ankerson 1-0. Sobby does get a touch on it. Olsen though holds the ball up. He's got Sobby out wide. Looks long for Sisto instead. Sisto takes a touch, sets himself. Can he finish? Yes, he can. On the break, Silkeborg 1, Midtjylland 1. We're back level there, and it's Sisto the man. 50th career goal for us too. Awesome stuff. Goes for the long ball. Palmer's header flicked into the back of the net, and it is 2-1 to Midtjylland now. Lovely combination of Griffiths and Palmer. They sound like a rock band from the 90s or the 70s, and I like that. We're going to try and get on the end of this. Sisto's in, and it's another goal. 3-1 up now. Sisto with his 17th of the season. Another assist for Monk scored. And what started out looking like a good win for them is now just completely flipped. It down, Uther's in there, and that is a lovely worked free kick, and it is 3-2. Another free kick goal, which is a bit annoying, but there you go. 3-2 here. Well, there we go. 3-2, a very, very hard-fought win. Probably not even entirely deserved. Sisto's at the back post, and there it is, 1-0. We have the lead, and Sisto's up to 18 for the season. He's obviously really been irked by Sobby's success, and how he wants some of his own. Oh, it's gone straight in. I wasn't even paying attention there. Silkeborg are level. It's Nikolai Ritter has just dinked one straight over the goalkeeper, and it is 1-1 here. Interesting. Goes for goal. Good save. Sisto on the rebound. He's offside though, surely. He's not? Apparently he's not. Sisto scores another one, 19th of the season now. He's going to get into the 20s. You have to think now. Well, there we go. 2-1. They put up a hell of a good fight, but unfortunately it was all in vain. There's round one. Ball in. Pusic is in there, Milk scored with the assist, and we lead away at Aalborg, and that will be 80 points on the board, which is insane. The chance for Sisto through for Pusic, and he smashed another one, and it is 2-0, and Martin Pusic grabs his 6th of the season. He's doing a good job deputising at the moment. Well, there we go, 2-0, a fairly straightforward win away from home against them. Played a couple of newbies again to give them a run out. Looks long over the top on Humberto Palmer's onto this. Good first touch. He's in, you know, and he's finished it off beautifully. That's what we've been lacking since Cadlet's left, really, is that pace over the top, and Humberto Palmer has provided it. Olsen's ball for Palmer on the edges. He got a long row. Oh my God! Wow. I mean, goal of the season. Easily. What a strike from the youngster. Humberto Palmer, 2-0. Well, there we go. Comfortable 2-0 win. Both goals scored by a youngster. He could have had a hat-trick maybe, but he had to go off injured, which was unfortunate. So, guys, we are back. And as you can see, we are currently sitting 15 points above OB. And as you can see, they've pulled out a bit of a gap of their own over Silkeborg. They actually won away there, I think. And that's kind of what's seen to them, basically. And I think they've wrapped up second spot with that. But I hadn't noticed that they played an extra game than us. And that does mean if we take a single point against Silkeborg today, we are champions of Denmark for the 4th year in a row, which is quite cool. I'm kind of glad that it's come back to today's game to be the one that does that. As you can see, Silkeborg, I think I've gained 1 point so far in this group and currently sit 10 points off the nearest side. And I've gained a lot less points than the teams in the lower groups. Teams in the lower groups, as you can see, Brøndby are dominating their one, Nordsjælland are pretty much dominating their one. SecondYellowCard are at least getting some wins now. They actually they beat Brøndby in a game and have now got 23 points, which is not far behind Næstved, AC Horsens and Hobro. So maybe SecondYellowCard are going to pull a massive one out the bag here and try and stay up. It'd be cool if they were to do so. While we're here, I decided to give us a quick little gander at the lower division. Viborg are currently winning that and look dead set on going up, in fact. I'm not sure how many games they've got left. They've still got quite a few, I think. But I still think that they'll probably go up in that one. Velja and Lyngby are right in there too, but Helsingør are in there as well. And our affiliate club, Skiva, are up there as well. Down at the bottom, they've got Roskilde and Marienlyst, who look absolutely woefully doomed, unfortunately for them. But one thing I just have noticed, if you look at the average ratings here, Mika Finkru has got the second biggest average rating in the entire division. The player that we never really thought would be any good, and he's doing bloody brilliantly out on loan there for a club that are sitting ninth in that division as well. He's playing a stormer of a season, so maybe there is something about this guy. Maybe we'll have an Indonesian star on our hands. I bet he's got international caps already. Let's have a gander. 9 international caps for Indonesia and a goal as well at 18 years old. What do we think of his stats now? Do you think he's improving enough for us to bring him back up next year and give him a crack in some games? Because I'm just wondering about him. He's clearly got some talent, hasn't he, really? While we're here, I decided to go over to the loan screen, and as you can see, he is now our top performing player out on loan, and he's really given himself a good shout, maybe a shot at maybe getting some first team games next year, because the fact is, he's performing incredibly well for a poor team in a lower division, so I've got to give him the credit there. Razvan Marin has done okay as well. 6 assists is probably the highest of any player we've got out on loan as well, so that's not too bad to see. Anderson Sopper, who is of course at AGF, is having a lovely time there too with some decent ratings. Damshere, of course, is a young defender who might well get some chances next year as well, potentially. And Junior Ibrahim has only just gone out on loan to Randers, but he's grabbed himself an assist and a goal. Sorry, other way around, you know what I mean. Anyone doing particularly poorly out on loan that I really need to worry about? Carpenu, not really having a good time out there, which is a shame. Pablo Ruiz is in that same boat. But again, that could be because they're not playing a great deal. If you actually look at their appearances, have been pretty limited. Whereas the guys that are getting a decent amount of game time look like they're putting in shifts for those teams, and that is what I want to see. So we're going to be careful on the squad status that we set when we give these guys away on loan. That's really important for us right now. Looking at our squad, Sisto has 19, Sobby 17, Juan Cruz on 11. He's not scored this month, but he has missed a few games, I think. Olsen's in there as well, which is great to see. As for assists, Monk's squad is on to 21, but Sisto has 16 assists. There's a real opportunity that Sisto could get into the 20s for both of them this year, and that would be astonishingly good. Olsen's had a blinder of a season. Novak's gone better. I've enjoyed his work this year. He's got himself 7 assists, which is nice to see. Last 5 games, Sisto is on top form, as is Humberto Palma. He's only played a couple, of course, in that time, but he scored twice in the last match and scored once on his debut, I think, so he's done bloody well. Actually, the assist was from Paul Griffiths. The goal Humberto Palma scored in that game was astonishingly good. It really was truly amazing. But the plan today is just to go with the first team to make sure we get this over the line and win the league. Cruz up front, Obifule, Sobey and Sisto, or Sobhi, Olsen, Singh, Novak, not Sparv. I'm thinking about moving Sparv on. Because I feel like we don't play that system very often, and we might be able to bring through a better defensive midfielder. As much as Sparv is fantastic, I feel like he could benefit another club more than us because he isn't getting as much game time. Then again, 21 appearances, maybe. It just depends, I suppose. We're going to get Bangor. No, we'll get Michael Greenwood in for today. Hansen, Monksquad, and Darlene. Is there anyone I want to put on the bench to give him a bit of a run out? I might put McWalter on the bench instead of Julian, so we can bring him on the left, because I've played him a few times and I've been interested in his work. And I'm also going to get Kirosh on the bench instead of Keranen, because I wanted to give Kirosh a bit of a run out as well, since he's come back from loan because he wasn't playing, basically. Now, they're playing a very defensive formation, the one that we usually kind of hate, the 4-1-4-1 type of style, which is usually quite difficult to break down, but I feel like today is the day where we really just need to go out there and do that. And even if we were to nick a 0-0 draw here, a 0-0 draw is enough to see us win the league today with 5 games to spare, which is not bad. I mean, we're 16 points clear at the moment if things stay as they are. We're not going to win it by 35 points like we did last time. I think if I was to take a prediction on the number of points we'll win the league by this year, I think I'm going to go with 23, because I feel like we're probably going to keep winning games. Even though I'm rotating the squad as much as I can through these matches, we're still picking up the wins, and that's good to see. It means that we can... Oh, hello. Oh, nearly. I feel like 23 points is... Oh, hang on. Chance. Oh, what a save that is from Darlene. But having goalkeepers that can make those type of saves surely is helping us as well. But that's good, you know. I feel like 23 points is probably going to be our gap, which again is still a lot, I will admit, but it's also 12 less than we would have won it by previously. So hopefully we'll see that as a step in the right direction, in my mind. I would love it if we won it by less than that. If Odense kept up with us, or we lost a couple of games just by being the worst side, then hey, I'm all for that in a way. But as long as we can just wrap up the league, I'd like to wrap up the league today in the live com, since it's fallen kind of perfectly really for us. Get across there, Greenwood does brilliantly. We've got so many players that are now blossoming into this team, and I think next year we're going to be able to rotate the squad so much and never have tired legs. Ball in, Cruz! Oh, the beanpole of a man has just missed a really good opportunity from the header there. He does give us that extra dimension. I think Cruz and Palmer next season could be a really good front two. Alternate between them, because Palmer seems to have a bit more pace and a bit more craft in those areas, and Cruz is, look at this, I mean, how has he not scored there? He's hit the post twice. Cruz has got that ability in the air and that forcefulness, and I think they make a good little combination of players, really. We're the home team, so you'd expect us to be doing a little bit better. Let's just take a little look at the Pro Zone stats. It's more of a right-hand side type of thing going on, but the passing is relatively long. I might just try and actually drop that a little bit, and I found that working the ball into the box against these type of tactics sometimes works quite well. I might actually add clear ball to flanks on for this one too, because I feel like it's our best opportunity. It's probably going to be a Monksguard cross, followed by a Cruz header. If I was to suggest where we're probably going to get the win in this one, if we are to get the win, or maybe we'll draw 0-0. Hey, we'll drop some points. We've not dropped points for a while. Oh, Cruz is in. Ah, it's a poor first touch from him. Is there anyone performing particularly poorly in the team at the moment? Nobody's really standing out as being woefully bad, but I might do a few little changearoos as we get towards... Oh, hello. Novak with the long throw. We do need to find another player with a long throw ability too. I think that would help us, because Novak won't be here forever. Sisto, great tackle there from Ritter. 3 players go towards the ball for some bizarre reason. Bonda. Oh dear, he's lost out to Sobby. Sisto's through, and he's gone for goal. I mean, Pioni, come on, mate. We need to talk about this. We've created enough chances to probably have the lead in this game, but we haven't got it yet. So, well done, Silkeborg. They're actually hanging out here, which is pretty impressive for them, really, considering I expected they would be the whipping boys of this group. And even in the away game, we only won 2-1. It wasn't like we smashed them in that game. Probably could have won a few more, but they were okay. Right, okay, changes are afoot. Juan Cruz is not playing all that well. I'm going to get the poo sticks on. Anyone that can play in that middle role? Not really. Olsen. Oh, actually, we could put Olsen in there and then drop Kirosh into the attacking mid role, and maybe even get McWalter on for Obafule. He's got to start playing on that left-hand wing role if he's going to learn that move, because basically training them there is fine, but I feel like we really just have to keep playing him there, because getting him football in that role is more important. Okay, let's change things up. It's a rarity of us going into this part of the game and not be having a lead. So let's go with attacking for the final few minutes of this game, but it looks like Silkeborg are just going to defend and defend and defend and find no way through us, or other way around rather. Come on, guys, at least find the late winner to... I mean, we're going to win the league with a 0-0 draw. I would have just rather seen us put the hammer down onto someone here. Olsen, can he find the cross? Ball in. Sing. Oh! If this chair could lean backwards and not forwards, I'd be swinging back on it right now. What a hit from Harmeet Singh. If there was ever a time for Harmeet Singh to step up, he's literally just scored us the goal that's won the league. Was it first time? Oh, my goodness. My giddy aunt. Everybody's giddy aunt. That is a hell of a strike from Harmeet. And he's just won us the match and won us the title in the process. Not that we weren't going to win it anyway, but I like to feel like that's the goal that's really just sealed the title up for us. And that is a fantastic goal to win it. Oh, ball across and Sisto nearly in there. On the rebound is Christopher Olsen. And now the floodgates have opened towards the end. His 8th goal of the season for himself. Lovely old job. And we're going to win the game and go back to 18 points clear. I actually thought they were going to hang on there for a second. Even with these rotated sides now, we're just putting teams... Not even putting teams to the sword so much. Occasionally we're putting a big performance like that. It's mostly sort of 2-1s, 3-1s, but the wins are coming, basically. I can't remember the last time we lost a game. I can't even remember the last time we dropped points in the league. We've just gone on one of those runs like we did last season. And I think once we get to this group, this part of the season, it just seems that we just take over and it's great. But at the same time, I want to see more competitiveness. Like, Odense were fantastic in that first half of the season. I want to see more of that from them and not sort of them falling away. They're still giving it a good go, and I think they're going to get more points than second place did last year. I feel like they probably already have more points than second place did last year. In fact, we're going to check that out ourselves, because I feel like they may have already eclipsed what they did last season. Or what? Who came second? Was it AGF last year? Let's take a little gander at this, shall we? Since we got a little bit of extra time in this video note now, since that was quite a swift live com. So last season, look at that. Last season, they were actually second place. They got 58 points last season from 36 matches. This year, with 5 games to go, they've already got 7 more points than that, and there's still another 15 up for grabs. They could potentially get 80 points this year, which would be much, much better. What I'd like to see from them, in terms of me hoping that they get a bit more competitive, would be at least sort of... They've got 5 games to go. They'll be tough games. I'd like to see them get like 74 points, 75 points maybe, and really start to close that gap. I feel like we might actually get more than we did last year, which is ridiculous to think, but we might. But that for me would show the huge difference. If we can get more points than last year, but the gap be much smaller, I think that does show that there's definitely an increase in the quality of the other teams. And I think genuinely that Copenhagen and AGF will also exceed 58 points, and we'll have 4 teams doing a lot better. So I think that's good, and I think that might come from the fact that... well, look, Nordsjælland got 49 points in 6th place last year. Silkeborg are not going to get anywhere near that many. I think they'll be lucky if they crack 40 at this rate. But that's just how it is. I think that's kind of helped them be a little bit more competitive, having a sort of whipping boy in the group, so to speak. Next video is going to be a bumper crop episode. It will be the last game of the season. It was against Aalborg. We've got AGF. We've got OB again. We've got Aalborg again. We've got Copenhagen. We've got AGF. We've got Aalborg again. I feel like I'm saying that a lot. But we've also... got probably, if we get through, which we probably will, the final of the cup, and I don't know who's in the other side of that. It's 2-2 between Nordsjælland and Brøndby. So whoever we're going to be playing, it's going to be a team that aren't in the championship group, which probably means the cup is coming to us as well, which is useful. We need to. I wonder how far we can get the cup up on this. I don't really know how to improve that rep, but that'd be an interesting thing to look at as well. So yeah, next episode is going to be Aalborg away, the final game of the season, of course, followed by season analysis to finish things off before we head into the summer. But we've got a decent amount of players now scouted and ready to go. I think there's nearly 100. take that back. There's actually only 51 of them that are above 90% scouted and have the superb potential at the moment. But that doesn't mean, I mean, look at what happens when I turn this off. We've got potentially 258 of them meet those requirements. Obviously that will change once we start scouting. Some of them will no doubt drop below, but it's still nice to see that we've got plenty of players in the pipeline to bring in, or not bring in, but have on this list. It's certainly going to be a lot bigger than it has been in previous years, and that is a very pleasing thing. I think we could have a list of over 150 this time. And I've also skipped out scouting England, Germany, and Spain this time, simply because we're just never going to be able to sign those players. And it might mean my scouts don't have so much to do. We can get there a bit quicker, and I think that's important for at least until we're a Goliath in European senses, that we just concentrate on leagues we can actually sign people from, basically. So yeah, if you have enjoyed this episode, I'm noticing there's a hell of a lot of green appearing now. I'd like to think that we'll at least drop some points before the end of the season, but I'm not going to force it. Then yeah, drop a like on the video, that'd be superb. And if you're new to the channel, do subscribe as well for more videos like this in your inbox every single day at 7 o'clock. And I will join you guys in the next episode for a game against Orwell, potentially, I think it will be, and of course season analysis after that. So I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.